So when I first came out as transgender, female to male, I was born female and am transitioning to be male. I went through a really dark time. I felt very isolated, alone, depressed. I couldn't really vocalize myself. It was hard for me to communicate to people how I felt, what I wanted out of the situation, and how I wanted to change, and that shut me down a lot and made me feel more alone than I already felt.
So a while back, I was at a family gathering, and I got to see all of these great family members that I hadn't seen in a while, and of course I loved them and I loved talking to them, until I started to notice this pattern. Now, with a lot of the family members that I spoke to, they would ask me, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend? Are there any boys in your life? How about the boys? Have you noticing anyone lately?" And I just politely said, "Oh no," and I made an excuse, like I'm focused on my homework, or I'm really busy at home, or something like that. And they would say, "Oh, that's good, focus on school." But it was really interesting that a lot of these family members were asking me this, and the whole time I was thinking to myself, well, I have a girlfriend, but I can't really just come out to them like that. I just wasn't ready for that, and I knew that it would be, opening up to a lot of questions and weird looks. So I didn't say anything, but it was a pretty weird day that day.
So I have an older sister, and she spent the last few years really developing her style. Recently she cut her hair short, like boy style short, and she began to wear combat boots and tight skirts. Now, this was all fine and dandy until my stepdad started to make comments to me in private. He started to say things like, "Did you see her wearing those boots with that short skirt? She looks so gay." He couldn't seem to let it go, though. "I'm telling you, she's definitely gay." He never said anything blatantly negative about it, but he was obviously bothered by it. And not only was I sorry for my sister that he was making all these assumptions behind her back, but I was terrified of what he would say if he found out about my girlfriend. Would he tell my mother, my brother? What about my traditional Catholic grandparents? How many people would I be outed to? How many people would be gossiping behind my back? I felt sick to my stomach and said nothing.
I went through a really dark
They would
time.
ask
Until
me,
my
"Oh, do you
stepdad
have a
started to
boyfriend?
make
Are
comments.
there
She
any
looks
boys
so
in
gay
your life?"
in private.
Hard
How many
to
people would I be
communicate
outed
to
come
to?
out to
How many
them
how
people
I
like
felt
that?
down a
gossiping
lot
behind my
and
back?
wanting
Questions
to
and
felt
feel
sick
weird
to my
looks.
more
So
alone
I
than
didn't
I
say
already
But these
felt.
aren't isolated incidents. LGBT people around the world are being forced into this same silence. The oppressors, guilt, shame, and fear. Some even fear for their lives.
Please participate in this year's annual Day of Silence on April 17th and show your support by keeping quiet for the day. Maybe you'll find you have been taking your words for granted. Sign-ups will be in the Great Court this week during lunch.